Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. I've been away a week, so you haven't seen a preview of some of the reels that have come in. And although I've been away, well, the post office continues to send me packages from some of our viewers and others with some reels to repair. So today we're going to look at the fishing reels that are going to be upcoming projects and service pieces for me. And if you see any of these that you would be interested in seeing a video on, and if I don't have one in my library, I'll be happy to try and fit one of those into my schedule. If you see it, leave it in the comments section. I'll be happy to do that for you. And if you have any questions about any of these reels, well, send them along as well. Well, the first one is a local drop-off. It came from Eddie. Eddie is a channel viewer of ours, but he's also local to my area. And he sent 2 reels in to me to get ready for the fall blackfish season. And well, we'll just take a quick look at them. The first one is a Penn 9. I've done a series of these on the Penn 9. And the Penn 9 differs from the Penn 109 in that it has the regular Beachmaster handle on it. And it also has a different release system where when you go into free spool release, the handle does not turn backwards. And it's kind of funny. I don't know what was in Penn's naming when they did that, but they have the 109, 209, and 309. This one probably should have been named the 109 because it shares those characteristics with the bigger reels, but for whatever reason they put the 9 in there, which was an earlier model that has the what I'll call the knuckle busting feature in free spool. So he brought me a number 9, which just needs cleanup, and a very noisy and somewhat complaining Penn Squidder, the model 140, and I've done a series of those. This is the model 140 with the plastic spool. It's better for casting, but it has a tendency to break. This one, from what I'm hearing, also has a pretty rough main gear in it, and the 140, I believe, shares the main gear with the model 60. And if that's the case, I have a couple of those laying around, and I'll probably try to interchange them for Eddie to make that reel run a little bit smoother. Well, I also got a drop-off of a South Bend. This one is the South Bend 880, and boy, is this one tough to turn. It can turn, but look at all the pressure I'm applying. I'm almost white-knuckling to get this thing to turn. What does that mean? Dried grease. Almost 100% of the time, it's dried grease. And I'm going to get this one back out there working without too much effort. It's just going to be a cleanup, and I do think I'm going to be able to give this reel a second chance. I just heard that little button there pop off. Well, I'm sure when I go to review my video, it'll be around here somewhere, and that one usually gets glued back on. You can use some hot glue, and that'll take care of that. Right now, I don't see it on my table, but I'm sure as I go to the video for a video review, it'll be there. So we'll find out what just happened with that reel. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have one from Jim from Pennsylvania, right across the border here. It says Westchester, Pennsylvania. That's a suburb of Philadelphia, if I remember my Pittsburgh geography. And let's see what Jim is sending in. Jim is sending me the 650 SSM Penn, and I believe this one's got a bail issue. Maybe, I don't recall. Something's going on there, but I'm not sure if I've done that version of it. That version is a Chinese-made reel, if I remember. It was after Penn had sent it in. And let's see what we have. Well, I don't have the initial piece with what's wrong with the reel, but we'll take care of that reel. We'll get that one tuned up. We'll get that one back to Jim. And if you'd like to see that video, that's probably one of the ones I'm going to do. Next one comes in from Bobby in Tennessee, and let's find out what he's sending me. A lot of folks contact me if they want their reels serviced, and you can do so too if you have an interest in having me service the reel for you and possibly doing a video to show you how to service it in the future. Then if you leave send a note to the email on the business card that follows this, and I will be happy to try and provide you with the repair information. Okay, yeah, this is the one. I have a couple of interesting ones in here. Folks ask me why I work on the vintage reels all the time. Well, I work on the vintage reels all the time because that's what my customers are sending me. And in this case, we have 3 Hedden 112s. They're the vintage, well, 2 112s and a 152. They're made from parts in the U.S., assembled in the U.S. from parts made in Japan. So that kind of tells you a little bit. 2 of them apparently are working, 1 of them is not. And he's asked me if I can't make 2 good reels out of the 3 that he's provided. He also sent me the Mitchell 330, which is the automatic. This is the one that's got the bail flip. This one apparently is not flipping. That is usually in a matter of aligning the bail trip arm inside the mechanism here. I don't know if I can get this off right now. Well, I can't. There's a plate under here. Well, under that plate there is a bail trip mechanism, and usually it takes an alignment. When you close this down, this piece should be all the way down here. As you see, I can hold it manually, and it'll stay, and then you'll flip it. Well, and then the next time he goes to set it, it's not coming down. There is a series of teeth on this, the 2-piece trip lever. There's a series of teeth, and usually most of the time this is misaligned, and that's what's causing this issue. I hope so, because those pieces are hard to get from a parts standpoint. Not sure if he's included parts in there, if it's just packing. So we'll help Bobby as much as we can with that project. And if again, if you'd like to see any of these, please leave them as a comment in the at the end of the video. I'll be happy to do that. If you want to see them for sure, well, the best way to do that is to subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, then hit that notification button and you'll see everything I post. And you won't miss any episodes of that. The next one comes in from Colorado. It comes in from Kenneth. And just trying to see what we're doing here. He's out in Loveland, Colorado. And I have a pen with the loose case. So I'm not quite sure what we've done there, but we've got a loose case. And I think what we're having here is an issue with this working. I have no oscillation on this. You can notice as I spin the reel, the spool is not going up and down. And we're going to have to take a look to see what the issue is there. It may be that the back of the main gear or the oscillation gear is broken on that. And either way, that does need some repair, probably some parts. And if you need parts for pen reels, the best place to get the parts for the pen reels is, well, from Mystic Parts. Now, I don't work for Mystic Parts. They're a great parts supplier, and again, I have no problem at all in telling you that the parts that may be needed, they are a good source for fulfillment of them, and they're a great team over there at the company, so I have no problem at all kind of endorsing them. Well, this one came in from Mike. Mike is telling me that we have an inconsistent anti-reverse on this one. This is the Penn Battle 2. It's the 4000, and he tells me it's skipping from time to time. And I had a conversation with Mike. If that's the case, most of the time it's because you have an anti-reverse clutch and collar, and they get dirty, or they get grease or something gets into that anti-reverse and just makes a mess out of it. And that the best answer or solution for that is simply to replace that anti-reverse clutch and collar. The cost is about $12 with shipping, and that way you don't have to worry the issue with the cleaning it and having it possibly fail again. All right, the last one's coming in from Sarasota, Florida. This one comes in from Peter, and let's see what Peter's saying. Most of the time I get a lot of advance heads up on the reels, and then for whatever reason I don't have the opportunity to go back. This is a Saltus line counter, and it's a I'm not sure if yeah, there we go. So we have a Saltus line counter that does not go into free spool. And those of you that may have just seen the video that I did will probably understand that that usually means that the pinion gear is seized onto the spool. And those Saltus reels are a little bit of a project in terms of getting that off. I just did that, how to free the pinion gear on a Shimano reel, similar in nature, and certainly one that makes it an interesting project, but probably not one that needs to be tackled by somebody just starting out in reel repair. So that's what the setup is for this week for the ones that have come by way of the post office and UPS and others. It's a preview. Again, if you'd like to see the videos on these, please leave a note in the comments section that you would like to see one, and I'll be happy to try and fit that into the schedule. So to all of our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for everything it is that you've been doing to keep us safe. To everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.